We're here because he's said another dumb thing. I will try and keep this as brief as possible. But so what he did today is he talked more about how he has depression. Let's go.
For the most part, I just don't know. So I would tend to believe you now. It's weird that, they want me to do a stream with this guy. It just feels weird to me. I don't even understand it, being honest. Like, I don't think I'm anyone special. I don't think I'm anyone pertinent, anything too
We're the most prolific guy there was.
important. You know what I'm saying? Why would someone who has health issues, serious health issues, say, well, one of the things I actually want to do is I want to do content with Phil. It's like, what? I
What?
can't even fathom that would be on someone's brain, because in my head, I will never believe that I'm important enough to have that kind of a priority in someone's life. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Like, while I believe that this may be true right here, like, we all at some points in our lives have self-esteem issues. That's just a fact. If you haven't, well, big ups. But like the fact that he's saying it on stream and the past that he has with like, pity parties and stuff, it really makes me not believe it. And it just seems like a pity ploy. If it's true, I do feel bad for him about that because having low self-esteem, it's not fun. It's just not. And it does create a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear. I do feel bad if it is true on that part. A little bit bad.
Now, the thing is, I'm told all the time this is the case. People like me. People like my content. They find inspiration from it. They
Oh.
find, they get passion in their own lives
Oh.
watching me go through the stuff that I've been through. They
Oh.
like my takes. I get it, but I don't. You see, it's kind of a weird dichotomy for me. And it probably comes, honestly, what it probably comes from is I have an awful self-image because of my past, all right, because of the depression and things.
Depression can cause that, of course. For depression for me, again, I have got major depressive disorder. It's a chemical imbalance in my brain. It's not something that can be cured. Of course not. But you can treat it. I guarantee he's never been diagnosed and has no plans on treating it, has never seen a therapist, has no plans to see a therapist. If he does have depression, he should be doing that. If not, he's using it as a cheap pity ploy for your money. Do not give someone money just because they say they are depressed. Don't do that.
As you guys know, I have depression. I like to say I'm past it,
You don't
but I'm
have it.
not.
Really, so I'm sorry, I'll stop pausing. You can't really, like, it's not something that you can fully ever get past. You just can't. You have to continually treat it throughout your whole entire life. Sure, you can get a better control on it. That's about it.
It comes back from time to time. It hit me really hard earlier this year once.
Yeah, I
And I didn't
know.
even want to get out of bed one day. I was just feeling so sick and sad and depressed. And my wife got me out of bed and said, "No, you gotta get up. You can't just be here
You're the beggar in this household. Get up, please. Please.
depressed like this." And she actually talked me out of it, which was really good. But that's what it is. Like, I just have a very
If you have like real true depression, it's really hard for someone to talk you out of it. What I think he's feeling is sadness, and that happens a lot now. People mix up sadness. They'll say, I'm feeling really depressed. Well, no, you're feeling sad. While that's not great, it's not depression.
bad self view of myself. We joke about me being a king and all this shit. It's just jokes. I don't think of myself like that.
But you called
I've been
yourself the
very lonely
king.
of myself. So to think that someone actually cares so much about me that they would want, like, it's one of
Your wife. This is all because Medicare wanted to speak with him and possibly play a game with him. Your wife cares, so why is it weird that someone else cares? What about your mom and dad?
my desires is to do this. It blows my mind. I don't
Blow.
understand it. I don't think I'll ever understand it. I don't think it's possible. Glimmer says you've been abused by trolls for over a decade. That will take a toll on anyone's mental health. I mean, yeah. When I started on YouTube,
Here we go.
that was one of the few times in my life where I started to get confidence in myself again, because I had a lot of confidence in the Street Fighter community. But then I basically fell out of that.
What happened is that he talked a lot of shit and then everybody hated him and then he got pushed out of it is what actually happened. So this was all done by your own hand. You caused this. I don't know what else to say.
And when I did, and I got my back injury, I got very
You
bad
don't have a
eating.
back
I
injury.
got very overweight. I was alone, single, depressed. I drank too much, and I hated myself. I hated my life at that point. That was my huge.
All hated our life at some point for sure. That's the truth. I know I have. I did some things just to block everything out, drinking, of course. And maybe he was sad. Maybe he does have a little bit of depression. But using that to like connect with people and have them feel sorry for you, it makes me sick. Using depression as a tool and a shield is the thing I hate most that he does. It's not okay. It's really not. It makes people with these mental disorders look so bad. I can't stand it.
Depressive part of my life, my late 20s essentially. And then when I became a YouTuber, it changed because everyone liked me and wanted to hear my opinions and wanted to see my gameplay videos. And I was like, whoa, that's so different because I've never been like that. It's different to be, in demand and popular in a positive light. And that lasted for a while, but then it turned.
Oh, okay. I'm probably going to end it here in just a second. But the reason that that ended is because you stopped changing with the times. You didn't do direct capture and just didn't take people's thoughts or their suggestions seriously, and you didn't change. You started being mean to your audience, being mean to people who have depression and who were reaching out to you for help, telling people that they're the king of suffering and things like that. It's not what someone with depression does for other people who do have depression. And I mean, you got less popular on YouTube because you refused to change. You shit on people constantly and refuse to change. I don't know, man. I wish so much that he'd either go and get diagnosed or go and get it treated or realize that he's just feeling sadness or that this is absolutely sickening to people who do have these issues and that he's just using it as like a security blanket, a pity blanket, whatever. I'll stop it here. I mean, it's just bullshit. Anyway, I had to say something again. Thank you for listening. Have a good night.